Right. Okay. Module 4, how brands and restaurants think and how to be an easy yes. So what I want to explain in this one, I've already told you, what you need to be doing with your account, with your plans, etc. Now, I want to explain how business owners think about these things as well, because I presume that most people doing this course most probably haven't owned their own business. I've owned multiple different businesses. I'll tell you exactly how I think when kind of people come through to the door and they want to do brand deals. So I want to put my brain into here. This is just not mine. It's multiple other businesses as well. So I'm going to show you what you need to be thinking about when you target these brands as well. Because you might be thinking, oh, well, they need my content. Oh, well, they need this. But if the owners of the companies don't know that, they don't care. So this is how to get it across and what brand owners actually want, okay? They might not want all of these, but they're going to want some of them. So mainly, they want more people through the door. Businesses, I've never really met a business owner who said, hey, look, I don't want to make more money. Of course they want to make more money. So that's mainly, in my opinion, is the main factor. How can you get more people through the door and how can you make more money for that brand? So this needs to be at the top of your head. Content they can reuse. Now, this might be number 2, it might be number 1 for certain brands, or they really might not care about the content. Depending on the age, there's so many factors. The age of the owners is a big one. If you've got a 20 to 35-year-old owner, they know that content is really important. But normally when you're going over the age of 40, they really don't care because they haven't grown up with that. So bear that in mind. If you're just saying, look, you're going to get loads of content, they might not be bothered about the content. What they want is more money, okay? They want their venue to look busy and attractive. Be careful when you're doing the post, because if you're taking content and the business is completely empty, then what are you showing everyone? You're showing that it's empty. So try to figure out how to make sure that the venues look busy or the product looks absolutely amazing. If you're doing it for a product and, you're flying a drone around and it falls down and breaks, obviously don't put that in there. They want their venue to look super, super sexy. So make their product, make their service, make their business look sexy. Honest but positive reviews as well. Again, some people might not be too interested in this, but if you can bring them reviews, then they're going to be very happy with that as well. So also, there's one last one here on the next page. Good photos and reels they didn't have to organize. A lot of people don't want to be doing their own content. So, you can provide all this with them. And with the content that they can reuse, that might be for a menu. It might be for the website. It might be for anything, okay? So whenever going through, get in your head that the business owner will want these things. This is what they're looking at. So if you can give them this, then you can start leveraging and say, well, I want this for this. The more that you can give them, the more they will give you, okay? So think about it in a business mind, and then you'll be able to close more deals with them. A few things that business owners won't really care about. They're not going to care about your overcomplicated influencer jargon explaining about why influencers are the next big thing as sliced bread. Now, if they are, then you can go into it and start talking about it, but keep it simple, okay? I say in the other courses, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, okay? And then if you keep it simple, and just talk in their language, which is money and stuff, they're going to be much more interested in you. Especially, I keep going on about this age thing, but it really is a huge factor. I've had businesses all over the world. Clients are all different ages. And mainly, over the ages of 40, they don't normally understand this stuff. So they're switched off. So if you talk about stuff they do understand, they're much more open to it. Nobody cares if you're a superstar or whatever. Take your ego out of it, okay? Well, I've got 10,000 followers and I've got this. Nobody cares, okay? What they care about is that you're going to bring them more money, okay? So cut the shit, cut your ego. You're just going to put people off, okay? And this is one of the things why people generally get a bit annoyed with influencers and stuff, because they think they are the best thing in the world. I might be a little bit harsh here, but literally, believe me, like I know that so many influencers have killed deals that I've set up for them. Big deals. Like I've worked on deals for a long time. They've damaged customer relationships with myself because they turn up thinking that they're literally a film star and they're amazing, when in reality they've just got 50 or 100,000 followers on Instagram. So be super careful with this, please. Also, fake follow accounts. Build a real account. If you've got a fake account, start again. Trust me, or get rid of block all them fake followers, and reduce your numbers and start again. Yeah, as I mentioned, what they care about, like what is the exchange of value here? If I'm going to give this person, $100 or $500 of value, will we get equal or more back? So this is what you need to prove to them. If you get a $100 meal, like you need to prove to them that you're going to give them possibly 10 people coming in to have a meal. Each one of their meals is $100, so that they're going to get, so they're going to get, I forgot the numbers I was saying then actually. But if people come in and you can bring 5 people through the door at $100 for them, then for a $100 spend for them, they're going to get $500 back. Okay, so try and get that across as well. Return on investment, you'll see this ROI. Okay, ROI. That's what people want to see. Focus on the ROI. How much money you're going to make for the business, how much exposure, and it'll be much easier to close that business because you're speaking in their language, you're not speaking in your language. Especially with like the Gen Z and the Gen X and the new the younger people audience going to be doing this course. Like, speak in normal language, please. Okay. Number 2, ask what they want, then lead. Always ask, is there anything specific that you want me to highlight? Any new menus, etc. Don't always try and think about what they want. Be like, right, what do you want in your business? What is it right now you want to be getting pushed? Is it a new product? Is it a new design? Is it anything else? Ask them what they want. Then it makes it so much easier for you. Then you know exactly what they want and you don't have to think outside the box. If they tell you something terrible, and sometimes this does happen, oh, I want you to take a picture of this white wall because we've just painted the white wall, then I'll be okay, then maybe we'll do something slightly different. Okay. We're not, a lot of people won't be sure what they want. So if they don't know what they want, you go in and you act as the professional and help them out. Research their competitors before a collab, before working with them. Look at 2 to 3 similar restaurant venues in the area. What are they doing? And then from that information, you're going to be able to do a much better shoot. For example, I'm going to let you go through this. I'm not going to go over it. Create a clear value stack. When you reach out or when you confirm the collab, clearly state, for this collab, I'll provide 1 reel, 3 to 5 stories, high quality photos. You can use a Google review, full tagging, and collabs. Like, let them know straight away exactly what they're getting. Don't just go in. If you don't have a plan, they're going to see that you don't have a plan and you're not serious. If you tell them exactly, this is what I'm willing to offer in return for what you're willing to offer, it's going to be much easier. And just make sure that you actually do that. Like, and now the trade is obvious because you're working with people who might have 0 idea about anything that you're going to be doing, like anything to do with influencers. They might not know anything. So you've got to be very clear in terms of telling them, what you're going to be doing for the collab and what do you expect from it. This is going to go out to 2,000 people. From them 2,000, we only need a 0.5% people to then take action. And with that 0.5% of people to take action, that's 5 people or whatever. And then 5 people spending $100 is going to get you $500. Break it down, give it to them in money terms, and they will understand it much better. Okay. Action steps for module 4. Think of 1 or 2 business you'd like to work with right now. Audit their current content. Write down at least 3 content ideas you could bring them that they haven't done already by using it from their other competitors. Save this to your value idea bank. We're not going to target them people yet. We're not going to send it out. I just want you to start preparing your offer that you're going to be sending out. Now, moving forward, I'm going to help you build out your offer and how to communicate with these people. Okay, fantastic. I'll see you in module 5.